at calling, just make sure that if you're getting a generic phone number that doesn't actually work with their like location of where they are, click on that broker's little head and it'll
His
take
picture.
and it'll take you to a new listing page, and then that'll give you their actual direct phone number. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
But just make sure if you're not hearing from that person, click into that person's like listing profile.
Yeah.
And then that's another thing. Like before you even call that person, when you click on there, you'll see all the other listings that they have available.
Yes, you will. It's like, yes. And I think kind of going off of that too is, aside from just like looking and window shopping for businesses, if you will, understanding how you can navigate the website to work for you even further. So one, seeing, okay, for Arizona, I'm constantly seeing these same brokers or these same brokerages popping up, and making a note of them.
Yeah.
Who works where? How many listings do they have? What industries are they selling the most? Because if it's aligning with your industry that is in your deal parameters, you're going to want to talk to that broker and you're going to want to make friends. So it really helps you really navigate and more efficiently who you want to talk to, why you want to talk to them, and build out your networking list.
Yeah, and I think like with that, we do a really good job at being very consistent and then being like, okay, like we're gonna dead this out because like there's no point on like keep on trying. But I will say that brokers are so busy.
We saw that firsthand today.
And so super old school. So if you're going for this like recession essential business, keep in mind that they don't really care until you go and shake their hand.
Yep.
You build rapport, you put in that work, you put in those hours, and then it all gets easier from there.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that was my biggest like aha moment since moving here. Is yes, we were forced to do all these virtual calls, whether it was Zoom, but they were mostly phone calls because to your point, they were all old school. But all of the ones that we've met in person, we've built such good relationships with them in such a short period of time. Going forward, like I'm going to push for an in-person meeting. I'm not even gonna like offer the Zoom, offer a phone call. No, let me come meet you. Or do you want to go for coffee?
Yeah, and it's like, it's really nice to have this, even though they're not a part of your deal team, like our broker that, you know, is our, you know, favorite person, Vinny, we literally will send him even other brokers' listings because we trust his opinion so much. So they become like, you know, really people that want to see you win.
Yeah.
And I think especially us being like young, very ambitious females, and you know, these old school guys are like, good on you.
Yeah, I mean, granted, not every broker is going to do that.
No.
But I do love that Benny offers that support to us because he's also thinking about it selfishly from a business mindset. Like he wouldn't have even shared that he would be willing to help us invest in a business as long as he was hands off, unless we had the initial meeting, followed up, had another meeting. So I think that's really important too.
Like, that is so powerful. We've only met this broker twice and he's offered to put capital into a deal. Like
if he sees the value,
Yeah. And so coming back onto our, you know, our listing hunt, I think they're our biggest key takeaways. But if you want to take this whole thing to the next level, it's really about making sure you have all of your ducks in a row.
Yeah.
Because it's all well and good to go out and look at listings at the start, but then it's like, okay, if I'm really serious about doing this acquisition, like, do I have my deal team? Am I ready with my funds? Do I need an external investor, and being really transparent?
Do I have my LLC, my SBA approval to show like, no, I'm pre-approved? Like just like little details like that. I think that allows us to show brokers like, no, we're serious.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want, I can email at the end of this meeting, but what else do you have in that your Rolodex? What other deals that are not listed on Biz Buy Sell?
Yeah.
Show me those.
100%. And then if you're one of those, you know, entrepreneurs that are more interested in like the online and the tech space, acquire.com and Barney's are my two favorite. And then there's another one called Quiet Life. They were actually at Cody Sanchez's live event, so it was cool to meet some of them in person. Yeah, I really believe in, even though we've been doing this, I want to feel like it's been a while, and I think like there is so much resistance you have externally of like just it being such a long journey ahead.
Yeah.
That I'm really excited to take everything to the next level this year.
Me too. And bring you guys along for the ride.
Yeah. So thank you so much for listening. In the next episode, we're going to be going through our whole Notion pipeline and really like what that looks like. And we're going to be giving you a free template. We've just launched our video podcast, which is going to be going on our YouTube.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
Yes. And also, just like side note, the importance of the Notion is it's the tool that we have built, or we're leveraging Notion and built our own pipeline to really manage all this deal flow from our broker networkings, from biz buy sell, etc. So it's like, great, now that you have all these businesses, how do you organize them? And that's what we're going to show you.
Amazing. Thank you.
Toodles.
Yeah. Uh-huh.